Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is Troyer MC, and yes, we are back at it again with the classic McFarlane Toys Spawn Ultra Action Figures, but today we're not looking at regular Spawn stuff, no. Today we are looking at the Todd McFarlane's Manga Spawn Ultra Action Figures. Now today, we are starting off with this guy. And who is this? This is Manga Ninja Spawn. And he has wind-up hand that gives spinning weapon action. We'll definitely try that out. He's from America's best-selling comic book, which is just regular Spawn, because there wasn't a Manga Spawn comic series. But either way, here he is, and I think he looks really cool. Definitely an interesting design there. I like the manga idea there, because I'm actually not the big... well, originally, I wasn't a big fan of anime, but then my fiance introduced me to One Piece, and I was like, hey, One Piece is pretty cool. I like One Piece. Then from there, it's like, you know what? I think anime is pretty cool. So there you go. And then here is the rest of the Manga Spawn series. We have Manga Spawn Violator Clown, the Goddess, we have Curse, and then we have the guy that we're looking at today. So there you go. And then up here we also have Series 8. You might recognize Rotar up there. Then the movie, we have Clown and Jessica Priest. I have reviewed those. Total Chaos Series 2, I reviewed these two right here, Poacher and Quartz. Then you have some information there and what you can do, how you can sign up to the Collectors Club and all this. Then, well, that's down here, rather. And then you have this stuff right here, which, there you go. If you want to know who this guy is, that's who he is. So, there we go. And as you can see here, this guy is a master of stealth and weapons. Now, looking at this guy, I would believe that he's a master of weapons, because he definitely looks like that. As far as this guy being a master of stealth, I'm not quite sold on that. Doesn't really seem like a super stealthy guy, but why don't we find out together? Let's get this guy out of the packaging. And yes, I did find this off of eBay, in case you're wondering. So, let's get this guy out, see what he's all about. This guy looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So, here is that. We'll look at that first, I think. Might as well. Even though, whoa, look at that. That's really cool. He got like a Spawn logo in the back there. That's really cool. So, why don't we look at this first? Even though I'm sure we've already seen it before. Might as well take a look at it. Yeah, it's this version of it. Alright, so, this is the 1997 poster, or checklist, or whatever you want to call it. Because 1997 is the year of Spawn. And Spawn merchandise. He had a whole bunch of stuff going on here in 1997. If any of y'all were around in 1997 or remember this, let me know, like, what was this like? Like, was Spawn like a really big deal in particular there? Because I know that there were some things that, weren't exactly the best. But there are some things that were pretty cool. So there you go. There's Series 7. Here's all of them. And there's Series 8. There's Kiss. There's Monsters. There's the Spawn movie series. And then you have Total Chaos Series 2. And then you have Manga Spawn right here at the bottom. And that's what we're taking a look at today. So, let's get this out of the way. We'll just put it over here. Something like that. And I'm going to go like this so that it is like that. So, there you go. And now let's take a look at this guy. So, there we go. He just comes out right like that. Oh my goodness, if I can talk. Then, let's get these out. So, there's that. And then there is, if I can get it out, there's that. Then, I don't know what these weapons are called, so if any of y'all know what's like that is, this type of weapon, and it's like, okay, that's cool. I don't know what any of these are called, so like, if y'all know, then definitely let me know, because I'm curious. So, there we go, let's get this one out. All the way up, there we go, there's that one. And then, let's get this one out, too. While we're at it, just because. It's like, okay, I might as well. Let's get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Out of the packaging. There we go. Alright, that tape is really good. Even for, considering that tape has been around since 1997, it's like, yeah, it's pretty good. So, there we go. Here he is. And, wow, this guy is pretty cool. I like him already. So, there you go. He looks really cool. Now, as far as comparisons go, here he is with Nuclear Spawn, and as you can see, he has some size to him. That is pretty cool. I like that. Then, as far as how much height he has to a Marvel Select figure or a 1/10 scale figure, you can see that he actually fits in quite well. So, this guy, like, if you have, like, a Marvel Legends display, he'd probably fit in well with a Marvel Legends figure, because he's taller than 1/12, but, like, not by that much, so he's kind of, like, in the middle between, like, 1/12 and 1/10, so there you go. It's probably a good comparison there. Would be like a Marvel Legends, but I don't really collect Marvel Legends. But yeah, as far as how tall he is, let's say that he is just shy of 7 inches, and that makes him, let's say, just under, let's say like 17.5 centimeters is about how tall this guy is. So he looks really cool. I like this guy already. I really like the texture of, like, I think that's supposed to be his skin, like this pink stuff with the like white strands all over it. I think that's supposed to be like his bare skin, like he was skinned alive or something like that, and that's what's left of him. So I think that looks really cool. I like the mask. The mask definitely has a medieval Spawn look to it, which is kind of cool. And then yeah, I really like the green there. It's like sort of like a, like a light green for the eyes there, and then you have like a black thing for the mouth there. That's really cool. It almost looks like this is like made out of bone or something like that. I like that. And then this is actually really smooth. This reminds me of when I would build like Pinewood Derby cars for Cub Scouts and that kind of thing, and you'd use like sandpaper. It almost looks like somebody took sandpaper to this. But yeah, so there you go. And then you have some grooves there along the sides of the M. And then I like the like this armor on the front there. Looks cool. I like the shade of brown there, and then like the like darker shades around it to highlight the musculature and all of that. I like the grooves in there. The black on his forearms, like for his arm guards there, they look good. They look good. I like the spikes and all of that. He's got fingernails. Look at that. I don't know if those are supposed to be fingernails or what, but yeah, this guy's been manicured recently. So there you go. And then he has he has this spike thing. I don't know exactly what this is called, but he has it. Got some more spikes right there on that forearm. And then for the legs, looks like you do have some of a continuation there of like the armor that goes around his sides and goes onto his back. There's the other side of the M there. Looks pretty cool. And then you have more of this. So this looks really cool. It almost has like this makeshift look to it. They just had some like pieces of, I don't know if this is supposed to be wood. It almost looks like it's wood. And he just like turned it into armor, and he's like, I'm gonna wear this now. So there you go. I think that looks really cool. So there's that. Then you have some more like of the texture there for his skin. And you got some spikes on there. It almost looks like it could be wood, or it could be like a very rusted metal. Is what it could also be. Not entirely sure. What do you think? Do you think it's wood, or do you think it's rusted metal? So I think it could be one or the other. You got like a tear there for where there's kind of an exposed part with his skin. Another tear like that. So that's pretty cool. I like the black on there for the armor there. And the boots look really cool. They're kind of asymmetrical. And I like that. So instead of it being like this massive cone around his foot, you got kind of like this black stuff. It's almost like a little bit of extra armor on there for the one foot there. So that's pretty cool. If y'all can focus on that. There you go. And then you have some more, you have like a different design on that foot there. So that's pretty cool. And as far as articulation goes, his head does turn like so. So that's pretty good. The arms, they could rotate all the way around. There you go. You do get a single joint for the elbow there. It's kind of gummy, but this is an older figure. So there you go. I think that's good enough. You do get a swivel here for the wrist. And then you do also get a single joint on this side, but you don't get a swivel. Yeah, no. You don't get a wrist swivel on this side because of this piece, but that's okay. And then you do, I could already tell before I got this guy out of the package that he has a V cut for his legs. And I don't like the V cut because it doesn't look good, but that's about how far forward they can go, and then they can go back Basically like that. And that's why I don't like the V-cut. It looks very unnatural. It looks like he broke both of his legs. So he's not really the best at, like, moving around, but that's alright. And then as far as the knees go, he does have a single joint. It's very tight. Very tight single joint. This one works better. There we go. So that's about the range that you get with that. And then there's nothing else. There's nothing in the boot or anything like that. So there you go. That is the articulation for this guy. And then as far as accessories go, as far as that, he does have this, and this looks like it's supposed to be like a hood or a mask or something like that. It's a cloth. So there you go. And there's like a tiny slit there for what I guess is supposed to be a space for his eyes. And so what I guess you can do, because I saw it on the back of the picture for him, is you can just like fit this over him. Then you can kind of go like that, and then there you go. Now he looks like he's an executioner. So there you go. I'm not really a fan of this look for him. I like the mask better, like when you could just see all the details there. So we're gonna leave this off. But if you want it on, you can do that. Now he does also have this thing. And this looks really cool. It's like an extension of him because you have more of that skin texture, but then you also have like the bone texture, and then you have more of this stuff, which again, I'm not entirely sure if that's supposed to be wood or rusted metal, but you got some spikes. Excuse me, you have some spikes around it. Then you have a soft goods cape, so that's pretty cool for all of you who like soft goods capes. There you go. It was kind of the best that they could do at the time. They couldn't really do sculpted capes yet. But yeah, so there you go. I think that's pretty cool. And then what you can do with that is you can just kind of fit it around him, and then there are these peg holes right here, or there's these peg holes in his chest, and then you have some pegs in the suit. So what you can do is you could just kind of move those around. So that just kind of plugs into there, and then there you go. And I think that looks really cool. So there you go. Now he can be more of a master of stealth, because I'm going to be honest, it's like him without this, he kind of looks like a master of stealth, but like with this on, it's like, I don't really know about that, but he looks cooler, I think. The cape looks really good. Yeah, and then it goes basically down to his ankle, so it's kind of like a Robert Pattinson type cape. So there you go. I think that looks really cool. And then if you want to know what he looks like with this on and the cape, you kind of get the idea. It would basically be like that. So there you go. And then as far as other stuff goes, he has a shield, and I think the shield looks cool. It looks like it's a mouth, but I'm sure that's by design. I think it's supposed to look like a mouth. You get even more of this like skin texture underneath. That's really interesting. Ooh, I like the back. Looks like it's made out of rocks. Okay, so now the question is, is this armor made out of wood? Is it made out of metal? Or is it made out of rocks? Because that's what this looks like on the back here. This just straight up looks like it's made out of a whole bunch of rocks. So there you go. And what you can do, I did notice that he has a peg hole right here in his forearm. Not on this side, only on this side here. So there you go. If you want to give him the shield, I guess you just kind of plug this in, and then it goes kind of like, okay. Let's try that again. Let's put this in here. Then just kind of peg it in there, if I can. Peggy 7, Peggy 18. This guy seems like he's pretty Peggy 18. There we go. Yeah, so he can just go like that. So he has a shield, and because he can't really rotate his arm, I guess he can deflect an attack that's coming at him from the side. But as far as like a head-on attack, not really. But there you go. So there's that. And then he does also come with these things. Now, I want to know what these are called. I'm sure these are based off of weapons in real life, but I have no idea what they're called. So if you know what these are called, let me know in the comments, because I'm curious. But yeah, you have more of that texture, more of that armor texture, and then you have some metal there for the actual weapons. You have these blades there, and he really only has one hand that can hold onto it, and that's the right hand. So you could just kind of slide it in, and then there you go. Now he is ready to go to battle with one of these things, even though he has two of them. And is there a way that he can like store the other one there? Oh, he can actually hold it. Okay. Okay, so wait a minute. Blades store on back and fit in hand. They store on the back? Oh, yeah, look at that. So he actually has some holes right here on the top. I didn't even see that, but he has some holes in the top there. And so what you can do is you can just like slide these in here. So that's pretty cool. So there you go. He can sort of carry them like that. So that's interesting. That's interesting. And then he also has this thing. And I don't know what this thing is supposed to be either. It's like a spear of some kind or like a staff. I don't know what this is, but you got some armor texture here. You got some nice blade texture here on this end. And then on this end, it looks pretty cool too. And then you got like, it almost looks like there's supposed to be like ropes like around here. Maybe this is supposed to tie this into place. I don't know. But yeah, you have that. And then I think what you're supposed to do is you are supposed to fit this into his hand. So you can just kind of, I don't even know. We can just kind of, I don't want to break the figure. That's the problem though. That is definitely the problem. I don't want to break him. But yeah, I guess you could just kind of like fit this part in to his fingers like so. Yeah, you could just, yeah, there we go. You can just kind of go like that. So there you go. Now he is more or less holding it. I'm just kind of, there we go. All right, so yeah, we go like that. Now, I guess let's test out the thing that talked about the wind up action. So wind up hand, then release for spin action. Okay, so do we go this way? Do we go? Oh yeah, yep, I see it now. All right, so basically what you can do is maybe this one isn't the best to show it off with. But yeah, it looks like what you can do is you can okay, let's bring this other guy, his other hand down. So what you can do is you can like spin it like this, and then you let go, and then there you go. It just kind of spins around like that. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Definitely an interesting design here. Let's try it with this thing, whatever this thing is. So you just wind it back, and then there we go. He's like, you want to come at me? I'm ready for you. So there you go. That's pretty cool. So yeah, here is Manga Ninja Spawn. I think that this guy works better as like a knight spawn, not really a ninja, but I digress. That's what this guy's called. So if you enjoyed this review, you like the Master of Stealth, you like his weapons, anything like that, do be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments, first off, what these are called, because I'm really curious. But then also, like, let me know in the comments what you think this guy's armor is made out of, because I want to know what you think of that. But also, like, if you like this guy, you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. Do be sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for this sort of thing, because I do intend to review at least a couple more of these. So we'll see how that goes. But other than all of that, hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.